It's a sound that shouldn't exist inside a school. The sudden jarring announcement over the intercom. A voice, stripped of all warmth, delivering a coded message. Lockdown. This is a lockdown. Instantly, the familiar rhythm of a school day shatters. The chatter in the hallways dies. The squeak of sneakers on linoleum stops. A new sound takes over. The heavy thud of a classroom door being locked. The frantic rustle of blinds being pulled down, and the deafening silence that follows. December 14th, 2012. The day began like any other at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut. The air was filled with the excitement of the upcoming holidays. In Abby Clement's second grade classroom, students were gathered on the reading rug, their bright, eager faces looking up at her. But then, a sound echoed through the school's intercom system. It wasn't a voice. It was a rapid, popping noise like firecrackers, followed by strange, metallic clicks. A moment of confusion passed through the room before the sounds grew louder, more violent, and unmistakably closer. Instinct took over. She rushed her 19 students away from the door, away from the windows, and into a small, cramped cubby area and a tiny classroom bathroom.
Her voice was a low, urgent whisper, trying to keep the panic from her tone. Get in now, she urged them. We have to be absolutely quiet.
As Abby pulled a rolling bookshelf in front of the door, creating a flimsy, desperate barricade against the horror unfolding outside. April 20th, 1999. It was a sunny spring day at Columbine High School in Littleton, Colorado. The lunch period was in full swing, and the school library was a quiet hub of activity. Students were studying, reading, and using the computers. Teacher librarian Patty Nielsen was at the circulation desk, helping students check out books. Suddenly, a student ran in from outside, shouting about gunshots and explosions. Patty, along with a student assistant, ran to the west entrance of the library, peering out the windows. What they saw was a scene of pure chaos. Patty didn't hesitate. She grabbed the phone, dialed 911, and began describing the horrific scene unfolding outside. Her voice, captured on the now infamous 911 call, was a mixture of disbelief and terror. She screamed at the students in the library to get down, to hide under the tables, to take cover wherever they could. For the students hiding beneath the wooden tables, the world was reduced to just a few square feet of dusty floor. They lay flat on their stomachs, trying to make themselves as small as possible. They could see the shooters' black combat boots walking past their hiding spots, sometimes just inches from their faces. February 14th, 2018, Valentine's Day at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. The final period of the day was just beginning. In room 1216, in the freshman building, history teacher Ivy Seamus was leading a lesson on the history of the Holocaust. Suddenly, the fire alarm went off. It was the second time that day, and many students and teachers groaned, assuming it was just another drill or maybe a Valentine's Day prank. They began to file out of their classrooms following procedure. As students and staff poured into the hallways, the sound of gunfire erupted. The popping noises were loud, powerful, and terrifyingly real. Panic ensued. Students who were in the hallways scrambled for cover. Ivy Shamus, standing at the door of her classroom, saw the wave of terrified students running. She quickly ushered her own students back inside. They slammed the door shut just as the shooter, a former student, began his deadly rampage through the freshman building. Inside room 1216, the terror was palpable. Ivy and her students huddled in a corner, away from the door's small window. The students texted their parents, "I love you," and, "If I don't make it out, know that I love you." The glass in their own door's window shattered as a bullet pierced through it, sending fragments flying into the room. The shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas lasted for 6 minutes. When the gunfire finally stopped, a new kind of terror began. The waiting. When the SWAT team finally arrived and battered down their door, the relief was overwhelming but short-lived. They were escorted out of the freshman building, their hands in the air, past a scene of carnage that would be seared into their memories forever. In the aftermath, the students of Parkland responded in a way that was both heartbreaking and inspiring. While grappling with immense grief and trauma, they found their voices. They became activists, channeling their pain and anger into a powerful movement for gun control, famously declaring, "We call B.S." quote. They organized marches, spoke at rallies, and confronted politicians. These stories, from Sandy Hook, Columbine, and Parkland, are more than just news headlines. They are deeply human stories of fear, survival, and the haunting aftermath of violence. They remind us that behind every lockdown drill is a terrifying reality, and for those who live through it, The silence never truly goes away. It lingers in the quiet hallways, in the back of their minds, a constant reminder of the day that everything changed. These events haunt us because they represent a profound failure to protect our most vulnerable, and they force us to ask a question that, for now, remains terrifyingly unanswered. When will it end?